Here's the result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He gets a C+. plus. This guy is rather so-so. Not too good, not too bad. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He'll impress you with clever ideas and bold stories about what he wants to achieve, but his actions rarely match his words. In the workplace, he's organized and looks confident, but he doesn't put in the real effort needed to climb the ladder or finish tough projects. If stability and steady growth are important to you, you may be disappointed.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong, he mostly keeps his cool and doesn't explode or panic. Instead, you'll notice him shutting down and keeping his feelings inside. He won't yell or make a scene, but he might pull away and avoid talking to you about what happened.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's not the friendly or caring sort, so building close relationships at work is tough for him. People may respect his smarts and how neatly he works, but he can come across as blunt or even rude and often keeps to himself. He rarely goes out of his way to help others, so colleagues might see him as distant and a bit cold.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well, he won't openly celebrate your success. He isn't likely to get jealous or start an argument, but he'll keep his feelings quiet and avoid showing much excitement. He might not feel threatened deep inside, but he won't be your cheerleader either.
What if you start earning more than him?
He probably won't start a fight or complain about you earning more, but he also won't be happy or proud about it. Inside, he may feel awkward or pull back a little, but he won't tell you or cause drama. Don't expect him to cheer you on or talk about how much he supports your success.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's quite careful with money and likes to plan how he spends it. You won't see him wasting cash on things he doesn't need or making impulsive purchases. He prefers to keep his finances organized, pays bills on time, and avoids taking big risks with money.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and avoids showing off or pretending to be richer than he really is. You won't catch him bragging about fancy things or trying to impress others with money he doesn't have. He doesn't waste time caring about what others think about his lifestyle.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is quite reserved and careful both with money and his feelings. You won't see him giving freely, whether it's gifts, help, or kind words. His approach is more about being practical and sensible rather than open hearted.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's not sneaky with money, but he's also not very open or chatty about it. If you ask, he'll give straight answers and you won't have to worry about hidden debts or secrets. Still, he likes to keep decisions in his own hands and may try to set the rules for how things are spent or saved.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's not likely to expect you to do everything by yourself, but he also won't jump in to help with a cheerful heart. He likes things clean and tidy, so he'll do his part to keep order, but it may feel more like a duty than true teamwork. Don't expect eager offers or kind words when chores pile up.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's likely to step in when things get messy or out of order, but his help will be practical, not gentle or playful. He's not one to stand by and only watch. He will do tasks when needed, but usually without much emotion or encouragement. Don't expect him to chat or joke while folding laundry. And when it comes to diapers or cleaning up, he'll get the job done quickly just because it needs doing.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's not likely to put much effort into understanding how you feel or where you're coming from. Most of the time, he'll focus on what he thinks is correct and try to show you his point of view, even if it means arguing. Instead of listening or working together, he tends to hold firm to his own ideas.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he won't shout or lose control, but he can be blunt and may say things that feel a bit harsh or insensitive. He doesn't explode, but his words can sting because he doesn't soften them with kindness. If you want gentle comfort, he isn't likely to give it, even in tough moments.
Does he have a bad temper?
He is not someone who gets angry quickly. He stays calm most of the time and doesn't explode over small issues. So if you're worried about sudden shouting or drama, you can relax. He's steady and doesn't lose his temper easily. This means anger is not a big red flag with him.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it hard to say sorry or admit when he's wrong. Usually, he'll stay silent or try to prove his side instead of taking responsibility. Don't expect an easy apology or a heartfelt talk about what happened.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He does respect boundaries and understands when you say no. He's not the type to push or argue if you're uncomfortable with something. If you set a limit, he'll keep his distance and won't pressure you to change your mind. You won't have to worry about him crossing lines or ignoring what you want, even if he doesn't talk about feelings much.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He won't get upset or take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. If you say no or need space, he usually accepts it without drama or trying to make you feel guilty. While he isn't open with his feelings, he doesn't turn rejection into a big issue.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to keep your private moments safe. He isn't the sort to use those memories to embarrass you or make jokes at your expense, even if you argue. Even though he may not be very loving or open, he respects your privacy and won't share details with others or bring them up to hurt you.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's not easily distracted by other women and tends to keep to himself rather than chase attention or excitement outside the relationship. You won't see him flirting, making secret calls, or looking around when you're together. You can feel confident that he won't chase after others or put your trust in danger.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he isn't over possessive or prone to jealous or controlling behavior. He tends to keep his feelings to himself and doesn't chase after or monitor you. His style is quiet and reserved, so he gives you space and rarely acts suspicious.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective side is not a cover for being controlling. He isn't the type to make rules for you, keep tabs on your every move, or tell you how to dress or live. So if you worry about someone using love to boss you around, you can relax. He's not that kind of man.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as something that should be shared, at least when it comes to keeping order and getting things done. He'll help out with routines and basic tasks, but his support may feel more practical than loving. Don't expect him to jump in with lots of warmth or take on extra work just to make you happy. He'll do his part, but not more than what's needed.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't shout or act out even when things go wrong. Instead, he keeps his feelings quiet and may deal with the problem in a serious, matter of fact way.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will respect your place as a mother and allow you space to be yourself, but don't expect him to cheer you on with warmth or appreciation. He's more likely to quietly accept your choices and let you handle both roles without interference. If you want strong emotional support or someone who proudly celebrates your achievements and identity, you may feel a bit alone.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
He is not the kind of man who will suddenly change his mind and pressure you to quit your job after having a child. He prefers routines and order, and he'll let you keep making your own choices quietly without trying to control your work life. You won't hear demands or ultimatums from him about your career.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but won't go out of his way to show real warmth or build a close relationship. You'll see him following manners and showing respect, yet keeping conversation short and feelings to himself. Your parents may notice that he's formal and quiet rather than truly caring or sociable. He's not someone who will easily bend and adjust to your family's ways.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and won't make things worse. He isn't someone who gets easily rattled or starts fights over family issues. Instead, he's likely to stay quiet, keep his feelings to himself, and let you take the lead in dealing with it.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is likely to expect you to follow traditional ways and behave as a supportive wife when you're with his relatives, even if he's more modern and practical with you in private. In front of family, he values routines and order, so he'll want you to fit in quietly and show respect for customs. If standing out or being yourself in family gatherings is important to you, you may feel pressured to adjust and act a certain way.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is likely to stay out of it and let you handle things yourself rather than take your side or get involved. He won't openly support you in front of his family, nor will he create more conflict by arguing. Sometimes he may even quietly agree with his relatives just to keep things smooth.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He isn't exactly a mummy's boy, but he also won't rush to defend you if there's a conflict with his mother. Most of the time, he'll stay quiet and avoid taking sides, hoping the issue will just go away. His style is to keep peace and order, not stir up trouble or show strong loyalty either way.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He isn't the type to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He likes to keep personal matters quiet and doesn't feel comfortable talking about your relationship issues with others, even family. If you're worried about privacy, you can relax. He won't use outsiders to settle your arguments.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all of this analysis, this guy gets a C plus. This guy is so so, not too good, Not too bad, a bit mediocre. Being in a relationship with him means daily life runs calmly and is mostly predictable, but it can also feel a bit lonely or dry at times. He keeps things neat, takes care of chores, and sticks to routines, though you won't get much warmth, praise, or deep conversation.